that are just overwhelmed because the fighter across the ring from them is just so much more, intelligent. But for the most part, if I'm a counterpuncher, then I'm choosing to be a counterpuncher, and I'm going to be in that particular position. And or if I've seen something that I believe that may be a fighter's weakness, then I may position myself to actually throw or be more of an aggressive fighter, depending on what fighter is there. But most fighters are choosing where they are because that's a part of their game plan. So I hear you, but I don't think that's a valid point.
So you don't think that so what you're saying, I get what you're saying. So you don't think that man chose to play as much defense as he to step his defense up with the Errol fight? You don't see this. You don't see the difference between going into an Errol fight and going against a Benavidez. You don't see the difference in those two.
I see the difference in those two fights in terms of what is the overall strategy, because you have two different opponents across the ring from you. But I also felt that Errol didn't give him a whole lot to actually have to defend against.
Exactly. There was one punch that was a jab. That's what he trained for. The takeaway from Spence was the jab. He said that over and over again.
Errol's whole offense is predicated off the jab.
All right, so that's the Errol. But when you come in forward like Canelo does, like Sean Porter does, so Canelo has a similar come forward to show like Sean Porter. Well, Sean Porter leans off his feet a little bit more. Canelo more stagnant on me, sitting on punches a little bit more. Sean Porter. But you know what I mean? When you coming forward, you can't just come forward like that, man. Everybody's saying this man's going to walk him down because you know what I mean, the weight difference and all this is not going to end up like that. I'm trying to tell you guys, he's going to have a plan for that.
Listen, I'm not saying that he won't have a plan for that. He will have a plan for that. I don't disagree with that. But you guys got to stop. You guys got to stop comparing Sean Porter and Errol Spence to Canelo Alvarez. They're not the same fighters, guys. They're not the same fighters. And Canelo is a hell of a counterpuncher, himself.
Exactly.
So, and now you're talking about a little guy going up 3 weight divisions, and Triple G couldn't hurt him. Kovalev couldn't hurt him. So yeah, Crawford's gonna have. Let me finish. Hold on, let me finish. Yeah. Just like I knew the fight was over when Errol couldn't push Terence Crawford back. If Terence Crawford hits Canelo with a counter shot and it doesn't hurt him, the fight is over, because he's gonna walk him down and keep throwing. But go ahead.
That's the difference. None of those fighters that you named have the angles that Terence Crawford has. You got to understand, when you get different angles, it's going to affect you a little different than getting hit straight down the back or getting hit with something that's overcrossed. You know what I'm saying?
Not from a little guy, not from a guy that's moving up. He's going to be able to take that and push Terence. You guys, I keep saying this over and over, you guys are taking the version of Terence Crawford that you see at 147 pounds, and then you're dropping him into 168 pounds and believing that everything that he does at 147 will have the same impact at 68. And that's a crazy way to look at it, because it won't. His jab won't have the same impact.
So you're saying, so from that perspective, so you're saying Crawford's going to be slower? Crawford's going to be weaker?
He's going to be slower? He's going to be slower.
What did Derrick James just say? Oh, that's a lot of athleticism. So what are you trying to say? His athleticism is going down because his IQ is not going anywhere.
I'm not saying his IQ is going to go anywhere. But like I've told everybody, there's a difference between training and you're moving down to you're melting yourself down to 47 and then coming back into the ring at hydrated 150 something, high 150s, versus coming into the ring in your low 160s, and you need enough girth, if you will, to be able to deal with the weight difference, the strength difference of the fighter that you're gonna. Because when Canelo gets back in the ring, right? He's going to be, if he came in at 168, he's going to be in the 180s. When he gets back in the ring, he's going to be in the 180s. So Terence Crawford going to have a 20-pound difference. And people keep going back to, well, Floyd did it. But Floyd has a level of defense where it's extremely hard to hit him no matter how aggressive you are. But not only that, Floyd can transition from defense to offense very quickly. That is not Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford is a wonderful counterpuncher. He has great angles, just like you said. And yeah, he can fight in multiple ways. I don't disagree with any of that. But what made Floyd successful as the smaller man is a skill set that Terence Crawford does not have. That's all.
So you're saying Floyd? So from that premonition, you're saying Floyd's defense is so much better than Crawford's that it would be hard, that would be hard to replicate that with Canelo.
Absolutely, Floyd's defense is way better.
And that's where you guys, that's where everybody's going to make a mistake right there. Because everybody thought before going into the fight, like you said, Errol was going to be the son. Once you screw Crawford pushing him back, you guys are basing that off of. What you guys just said off of something. It's the unknown. It's the unknown between the fighters. And if when Crawford goes in there and disproves that, then everybody's going to be like, oh, now I changed my opinion because this is what we saw, and then this is what happened. Kind of like with the Earl thing. Everybody thought Earl was a stronger fighter going in. Until what? The middle of the fight, and that man pushed him back. So this is what you guys gotta leave the unknown that's still out there. It's still a 50-50 because it's an unknown.
Bend up. Isn't it an unknown what Terence Crawford's gonna look at 168 pounds? Have you ever seen a fighter? Okay, so then we're all making assumptions. You just believe that your assumption is going to be correct because of what you saw with the Errol fight. And again, I keep warning folks. Stop
it's not. It's not just about what I seen with the Errol fight. It's what you say. It's what people said going into the fight. What you guys believe. You know what I mean? I never believed one moment that Errol was a stronger fighter. I never believed that. So for you guys, for other people to be shocked by that, it's kind of crazy to me. You know what I mean? So you're talking to somebody that don't believe that going into the fight. You know what I mean? You're coming from the other stand. So yes, you are talking about hypotheticals.
You think Crawford's going to be the stronger fighter coming into the ring against Canelo?
But Crawford literally reported that he sits down on the couch at 160.
Okay, and fighting at 160, and walking around and sitting on your couch eating Cheetos at 160.
If I'm sitting on the couch and I'm gaining more muscle, I don't think I'm gonna be. I don't think I'm gonna be slower.
You absolutely. Hey,
then he had to step back on the scale.
Hold up. We got a former personal trainer on here. Let me ask you a question, Jason. When you add muscle, all that muscle needs to be fueled, which means you require more energy and more oxygen. Which means you are a different fighter, Band Up. You are a different fighter.
He's not. But you guys are saying coming back off of 21 pounds. If the man's sitting on the couch at 160, he's not coming from 21 pounds.
Again, when he's at 147, he's burnt off muscle to get down to 147. If he's sitting on his couch at
hold on. You said the night of the fight, right? He's not going into that ring at 147. That's just for the scale.
Okay, I'm still not. I'm not tracking with what you're saying. Even if he's sitting around at 160, and actually fighting at 47 and rehydrating up. Those are two different things. Your body composition is two different things, bruh. You talking about because the nigga walk around? Oops, I said.
Oh, we dropping super chats all day today. We got a good show.
He done took me there. I gotta. Let me play. Jay, take over.
Hey, Bando, tell me this: do you see any type of way that Canelo can beat the Almighty Bud the Great?
What'd you say, Greg? Jason?
Do you see any way Bud can beat the Almighty Bud? Any way that Canelo can beat Bud? You know, Bud's the greatest fighter of all time. Beats everybody.
I think if Bud allows himself to be put on the ropes and gets caught with an I can even call it stop possibly, like an overhand, like a slick overhand right, because Bud, his defense is a little like he keeps his left hand a little down. You know what I mean? A little when he's on the ropes. If Canelo catches him with that, that could be a nightmare. And I don't want to see Bud getting dropped like that. That's what I can't see. I like you got to have something like that, or he got to be able to hit Bud with like something in his rib to like make him move and like, oh my God, he even damaged him and now he finished it. That's the only way I see somebody being Bud, or the unknown with everybody trying to get him with boots. You got to beat Bud like with some good power, skill and power, or you got to beat him at his own game like Boots. You know what I mean? I think him and Boots would be a great fight, and if Boots win, that's because he beat Bud at his game. He's just a little bit better at Bud at what he does.
So what percentage do you give the fight? Do you give it like a 90-10 Bud versus Canelo?
I give. Honestly, I'm gonna give that boy. I give Bud a 60% chance at winning this fight against Canelo because I think his skill set is that good. I give him a 60% chance of fighting beating Canelo. Because I think Canelo's I don't think it's gonna be how everybody said it's gonna be, man. I don't think it's gonna be that way.
So tell me this: have you heard the notion that a really good big guy would beat a really good little guy?
Yeah, Blue says that. Yeah.
And
so
both of those guys,
really good 168 pounder, and we know Bud is a phenomenal fighter at 147.
To me,
so you don't think that 21 pound, that weight difference is going to make any problems for Bud at all?
Yeah, Crawford is the number one pound for pound fighter in the world. I don't take anything away from him. I totally think that. But Canelo's got to be like number 4, number 5. And then the guy's like, he's going to be at least 20, 25 pounds heavier during the fight. And the guy is a skillful fighter in and of himself, dog. That's what it's like, man. These cats talking like Canelo is a bum or something. Like Crawford gonna come in and circles around.
I'm not saying Canelo's a bum. He actually showed me more. I actually got way more respect for Canelo when I watched this last fight than I had before I watched the last fight. I don't see that bag of tricks that man got is crazy, and it's gonna be something. I don't care what, unless you're going into like some crazy astronomical, you know what I mean, light heavyweight or something like that, bro. You should deal with that. You're gonna have to deal with that, and it's gonna take a tremendous amount of power. Or it's going to take.
Can I ask you a question?
A tremendous skill set to beat Terence, and that's why I'm saying that. I'm telling you what I'm seeing. What my overall assessment of Terence Crawford. That's the only 2 ways you can beat that man.
So let me ask you a question. So I would deem David Benavidez and Morrell to be not even on the same level from a skill perspective as Terence Crawford. So. Wouldn't it be ideal for Terence Crawford to move up and beat one of those guys so he can force a fight with Canelo Alvarez?
That's taking Canelo's work. That's like saying, hold up, in that same breath. That's like saying, actually you can't even say that because Tank got the money. But if Tank didn't have the money, that's like saying Tank got to come up and fight Drawn Ennis before he fight Bud. So why would you take something off somebody else's plate? I think Canelo got to go deal with that at his own pace.
No, it's different. It's
different. Here's why. He's doing his mandatory at 147.
Here's why. Here's the reason why I say that's different, though. Because right now, we just saw a fighter move up 2 weight classes. And because he moved up 2 weight classes, that particular fighter basically ruined it for any other fighter that will move up and face Canelo Alvarez, including Crawford. Crawford does not have that level of name. You guys are acting like that's Floyd Mayweather moving up and saying he wanted to fight, where it's an irresistible fight that's going to end up doing 2 million pay-per-view buys. That's not Terence Crawford. So there is no demand, no pin-up demand for a Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez fight. That needs to be created. Terence Crawford is not a super champion at 160 pounds for the WBO, and therefore he cannot move up and enforce a mandatory shot. So then if you can't force a mandatory shot and there is no pent up demand for the fight, then why not move up to 168, beat one of those guys, create the demand for the fight so that Canelo will take it? To that you say what? And will he beat Morrell and David Benavidez? To that you say what?
And that I agree 100%. I'm 100% with you guys. The only thing I see wrong with that is just I don't think parents want to do that, and I can't speak for that. But I agree with you guys. I think I said that to Manager Marty 2 weeks back. I think Terence Crawford should go up actually and fight Tim Zoo. You know what I mean? And then honestly, to be real with you, in my perfect world, how I would have it, I think Terence should go up and have to fight Charlo now because we already seen what happened to Charlo Canelo, or take the Tim Zoo belt, go solidify that, and then go get Canelo's belt. Because by that time, Canelo's going to have to deal with the people in his division, and then you guys can lead up. I don't think Crawford want to let his career go out that long, but that's a hearsay. That's what that means. You know what I mean? If you want to do it, you want to do it. If you don't, you don't. You know what I mean? But that I agree with you guys. I think that should happen.
Yeah.
I got a question for you, Band Up. So with people said Bud moving up from 140 to 147, the problem was that Spence and them, quote unquote, they put him on hold, on freeze, and allowed him to acclimate to the weight. You don't think Bud needs to get acclimated to 168? He can just go up to 168 and just be fine.
And before you answer that, Bomac said that the mistake that they made at welterweight was allowing him to move up and get acclimated to the weight. That came out of Bomac's mouth. So I don't think the version of Terence Crawford that moved right from 140 to 147 would have done as well as the version of Terence Crawford that we saw on Fight Night, because the Crawford that we saw on Fight Night was, to me, a lot. He was bigger. He was more. I mean, he was just a bigger guy than what he was when I saw him in the ring against Jeff Horn.
Yeah, I think with age, you know what I mean. With him getting up in age, I think if I'm not mistaken, you put on weight when you get older. So I think that age helped him when it comes to that. And that's what I think Bomac was referring to. To get acclimated to the way, I think two things to that. I don't think that's always a thing you could do. And I'm saying that strictly off of, because I watch UFC. You know, I'm a UFC guy, you know what I mean, before I started watching boxing. And I've seen cats literally move up a weight class or two and win on their first try. You know what I mean? So I don't always think that getting acclimated is a necessity, but it would be nice. It would be a nice backup. You know what I mean? It was like you guys say, it would be nice to give boxing fans and fans all over more, you know what I mean, more credence or vote into Terence Crawford as to why he would, you know what I mean, will win the fight. So I do think being acclimated to the weight is good. Like I said, in the perfect world, I would have Crawford, you know what I mean, go to 54 before he goes to Canelo. But if he wants to go to Canelo and just retire, then do it. Because I think that fight, you would stretch out that fight. You would have a long training camp. I think Crawford would have a long training camp enough to get really acclimated to the weight within the training camp, other than just getting acclimated to the weight fighting people. I think Crawford is that type of gym rat. You know what I mean, per se. But like I said, I would like him to go, you know, fight Zoo and Charlo to get them belts. You know what I mean? And then go for 4 times if you can. And if you can't, and you lose the Canelo fight, well, you know what I mean, step up to the sunset. You got that payday.
Yeah, I really want to see him in the ring.
Being 36 don't matter, right?
I mean, he lives clean, so I'm not gonna. I think his age is.
He lives clean, but age, you could wake up the next day and that age will hit you dead in your face.
He could. It didn't happen. It didn't happen to Bernard, and fighters are able to do it a little bit longer now. So I hear you, but I just really want to see him in the ring with Morrell, because, you know, my thing is this: for the fans that say they don't want to see him in the ring with Benavidez or Morrell, at least Terrence's best videos was truthful about it. He knows damn well what would happen if he got in the ring with one of those guys. They would crush Terence Crawford. And so with that being said, Canelo has the same level of power and strength as those fighters. The only reason Terence Crawford fans today feel that, you know, Canelo is winnable and the other guys are not is because in stature, the other guys have a lot more range and a lot more height. They believe because Canelo has a similar stature in terms of height as Terence Crawford, that, and with Terence Crawford having a reach advantage, that's going to make the difference. I beg to differ, though. I believe that once he gets in the ring, he's going to be like, oh, shit, I'm at 168 pounds. And he is just as strong as probably your David Benavidez's and your David Morrell's and all those guys. So I think Crawford he'll be competitive. I think he'll be competitive. I just think he's going to lose.
Yeah, I hear you on that, Greg. I hear you. I'm gonna go the other way, but I hear you on that.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, like I said, in the perfect world, I would have that man go take them other belts first, then go up to get it. But I'm not gonna sit here and say if they got that contract tomorrow, I ain't gonna be in the chat screaming Bud. But I will let you guys go, man. Thanks for having the boy on the phone, man.
41-42.
What'd you say, Jason?
Some Bud fans were telling us that Bud, because I was like, Bud only has 1 or 2 more years left to me because he's 36 and he has nothing else to prove. People are like, no, Bud can fight till he's 40. I'm like, okay. But now they recant and saying, well, he's too old to fight. He needs to go ahead and get these title fights, not nothing but major fights. I'm like, it makes no sense. He's 36. He got he
should just get like 3-4 more fights up in there and be cool.
Max.
I think that'll be all right. I think you're pushing it after that. You know what I mean? Look at this. Look at this. You got Boots that's right there on his heels. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if you stick around too much longer. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be looking too good. Yeah, like I said, thank you for, you know what I mean, getting your boy in the chat. Mr. Vegas is crazy.
I appreciate you for calling in, Band Up.
All right, man.
All right, later.
Yeah.
That was Band Up on the line, man, talking about his boy, Terence Bud Crawford. So, Jay, I know we got a number of other topics. We can keep it going until we get another call. Where were we? We were talking about something. I don't recall what it was. Was it? I don't recall what the topic was.
It was about Stan Jonas.
Yeah. So, of course, Stan Jonas feels good about getting in the ring with Keith Thurman. And as soon as I start, we got a call coming in. It's the 310. And I'm pretty sure this is our guy, Adrian. What's going on with you, fam?
Hey, what's up, guys? How you guys doing today, man?
Doing well. What about
What's happening, Adrian?
Chilling like a villain. In sunny Cali, baby. Sunny Southern California, baby. So what I wanted to touch base on this, okay? Now the reason why that I don't want, okay, now, Charlo's supposed to fight against Benavidez' younger brother or his older brother in the undercard next month, right? Yep. Now, I don't want Charlo to win that fight for shit, man. Let me tell you the reason why. Because if he wins that fight, man, that's going to give Canelo that thing to come out and say, oh, well, hey, I'm going to make history. I'm going to beat the twin brothers or whatever. I got to take them both down. Yeah. I don't want to give Canelo any door to duck in the winner of Dudu and Benavidez. I don't want to give him any door to do that because, Canelo will pull that crap. You know what I'm saying, man?
Yeah.
So, what do you guys think about that? So, because I know that, because I see that thing where Charlo's already calling out Canelo saying, I'm going to get revenge from my brother and all this crap. He's looking for a payday.
Yeah. My thing is, I don't think it's going to happen. And the reason why I say that is I think Mel ruined it for Maul. So I don't think the general public is going to accept the fight between Maul and Canelo Alvarez that they can actually sell to the public. And so because of that, and even Maul is going to be coming up one weight class, right? So because of the performance of Jermell, like trying to trot Maul out there, and Maul isn't like a significantly better fighter than Jermell, or Maul has been inactive for 2 years. So what's your selling point? Like the inactive brother who fought Jose Benavidez last and has been out of the ring for almost a little over 2 years prior to having that fight. Is supposed to walk up and beat Canelo Alvarez, move up one weight class and beat him. Not a great selling point. So I don't think that's the next fight. I actually think Canelo's going to go after. I think he's going to be forced to take the Benavidez fight because I think that's the only one that makes sense at his weight class.
Well, I'm hoping that you're right, man. But I see Canelo pull some crap through the years, where somehow they find a way to sell it, man. Even if it's not a selling point, how they got the Jermell fight in, I have no idea, but whatever, okay? That next subject. So hopefully Boots does get me in the undercard. I think, looking back, man, a guy like Boots with so much talent, everybody talks about Shakur. Don't get me wrong, Shakur's good. He's good, okay? Yeah. But the talent that Boots has got, man, this guy's just a phenom, man. Even the previous caller even gave, just in his own little way, giving Boots props, in his own little way. Yeah. So it's like, Boots is just the guy to me, man. He's just the best I've ever seen, period. I want to see him get a chance. What they should have, looking back in retrospect, they should have had him in the undercard of Spence and Crawford to get his name out there, and after he wins a big fight, whatever, in the Spence Crawford undercard, he could have been out there calling, hey, I want the winner to Bud and Spence, whatever, and everybody would have been like, dang, this guy, who is this young guy, But that's already, in the past, whatever. But yeah, I'm looking forward to hopefully Bruce gets a shot in there next month. Oh yeah, one more thing. I'm gonna let you guys go. So Tim Zoo last night, man. Hey, I like the way you scored the fight because I pretty much had it the same. Me and my brother had it 115, 113 for Zoo, of course. But Zoo gotta get it. Zoo has no jab, man. He's not active enough, man. He's not active enough. I don't like the way. I think Zoo will be a problem for anybody, but he's got to get more active, man. What do you guys think about that, man? Because his inactivity kind of bothers me.
He doesn't work off the jab. I agree. And
Nope.
I also agree that he's not as active. I think Tony Harrison gave up a lot of opportunities to actually throw shots at Tim Zoo and land. There were opportunities there for Tony. I don't know what
And
he
a
was
lot.
doing. And there'll be opportunities there for Mel. The thing about it is, I don't like the way that Mel necessarily fought Castano in the second fight with all that movement. I don't like for any fighter to like constantly move, because I think your legs are going to eventually run out on you. And once that happens, you're
unnecessary.
sitting duck, right? So yeah, implement movement if you're in the ring with somebody who's a power puncher, but at the same time, you gotta pick your opportunities to sit there and kind of either block shots or slip shots and get out of the way and not use all your energy just on your bike the entire fight. So yeah.
You're right there. You know what, man? I was at that fight when Mel fought Castano. It was in Carson. It's not too far from my pad. So and I was actually, but I went there to see Boots, and Boots was in the undercard. So that fight only went 2 rounds. It was over. But yeah. So I was there at that fight. So I agree with you totally right there. But hopefully, I mean, Tim Zoo, I like the guy's attitude. He has a good personality and all that. Great guy. But man, he has to get out there and throw more punches, man. Because he kind of bored me last night. Man, he kind of bored me last night. So I just want to leave you guys on that point right there. Hey, I appreciate the time. Hey man, everything you guys do on the videos through the week, man, I appreciate it. Man, I look at all the videos. I always give my like on that thing. So I just want to thank you guys for all the time that you put in. I really appreciate that. Give a shout out to my dad in heaven. Love you, Dad, and my son Jeremiah. Love you, son. Thank you, Jason and Greg. You guys have a nice weekend. Appreciate it, man.
All right, man. Thank you.
You too, Adrian. As always, appreciate you, bro.
Peace out, man.
Later. That's Adrian, man. Appreciate his contribution to the channel as always. But yeah, so of course Stanionis is going to want to take on somebody like, and oh, by the way, the phone lines are open, and if you are in the building and you haven't hit the like button yet, please smash that like button. And if you're new to the channel, this is your first opportunity to actually witness Jason and I live. Please make sure you become a subscriber and get all the great content that we put out all during the week. But of course Stanionis is going to be more interested in the Keith Thurman fight, because Keith Thurman has been just as inactive as he has. So that makes a whole lot of sense. Boots is the truth, and has also been active. So that's a very risky fight for somebody like Stanionis, and that's probably not something that he's going to want to do at this juncture, which, I mean, I guess that's fair, man. But at the same time, it's a little disheartening, I would imagine, for somebody like Jerron Ennis, who really just wants to get his opportunity to get in there with the best fighters in and around the division so he can make a name for himself. Ennis is now, 26, 27 years old. He's ready to go ahead and get to the top, make a name for himself, make the money, so he can be the man of the division. I can understand that totally, wholeheartedly.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's a business. It's smart. I like Stanionis. I actually like the Stanionis Ortiz fight. I thought that was going to be a very competitive fight. I wasn't sure which way I was leaning in that fight, because I thought it was a close matchup. I thought it was more closer to like a 50-50 fight with Stanionis and Ortiz. But Ortiz and Thurman makes sense. Both of them been inactive for a while. We don't know what Thurman.
You mean Stanionis and Thurman? You said Ortiz and Thurman. You meant Stanionis and Thurman.
Yeah, Ortiz and Stanionis being a 50-50 fight back then when they were first of all the fight. But
yeah, but then
now with just Stanionis Thurman.
Yeah, you said, but when you started off, you said Ortiz Thurman. You actually meant Stanionis.
Oh, the transition. Oh, you know the hell I meant.
I know what you meant, but I wanted to point out that you were wrong. I like doing that.
Like I said, petty ass.
You do it to
me. But yeah, only retaliation. But what really threw me off was someone in here. Let's see. NHA said that he said Tim Zoo looked sharp last night. He even picked him over Canelo at this point.
Yeah, LOL. He tripping.
I like NHA. You tripping, bro. You tripping hard on that one, man. But yeah, I mean, I don't think he's ready for Boots just because of the inactivity. Number one, I think Boots will beat Stanionis either way, but I think it'll be a better fight with Stanionis getting some rounds under his belt and some fights in just to knock off all that ring rust, because he's been out for a minute now. So I mean, but yeah, that's all I got on that one. Now, the other thing that we're talking about was about Dana ripping Oscar and Bud over course.
Oh, we got a call, man.
Who we got?
I think this is Terrence's best damn videos. Terrence, is it you?
Yeah, it's me.
Hey, give me
Jay. I You know I got unfinished business, right?
Yeah. You text me, let me know you had unfinished business. But hey, I gotta go. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, guys.
yeah.
I got some bladder issues right now. I gotta go use the restroom. Go ahead, Terrence. You home?
What you got, Terrence?
All right. So tunnel vision, this is for you, bro. You got that off when I called, and then you thought you got something off, but you really didn't. I said, you said that Floyd Mayweather did what Bud didn't do, and then you went and mentioned at 130 when he beat Diego Corrales. Last time I checked, Diego Corrales fought at 130. How in the hell is that like Bud fighting Morrell or Benavidez? What the hell are you talking about, my guy? You crazy or something? That ain't nothing. He ain't never fought nobody comparable to those two guys. In fact, let's go over a little bit of Mayweather's career, shall we? Okay, so I say that Diego fight was his best fight, bro. As far as I'm concerned, that was his best fight. Let's not forget he lost to Luis Castillo. Let's not forget that he lost in the first fight. Oh yeah, they gave it to him, but a lot of people thought he lost that fight. That's first. When he was at 147, he fought Sean Mitchell. But let's not forget. Now here's a common theme that you're gonna find out with Floyd. He always fought these guys after losses. Sean lost. When he fought Zab had lost. When he fought Oscar had lost 3 fights. When he fought Mr. Ortiz, he had lost. Bro, it's an ongoing thing. And guess what? At the time, I just want to say, at the time when he said that he should have been, when Bud should be fighting Morrell, or he should be fighting Benavidez. Why was it? There was people that he could have. Why didn't he tell him? Why didn't he fight B-Hop? That would have been like him fighting B-Hop. No one was calling for Floyd to fight no damn B-Hop at 150 or Glady at that time. Come on, bro. This is why I say, Jason, they're haters. Because they're asking Bud to do something that nobody ever was asked to do. Nobody was asked to go up to another weight class and fight the very best person. Everybody, when they go up to 2 or 3 weight classes, is trying to fight somebody they can beat. Why is it Bud? Why is he pointing out Bud has to go up there and fight the very best person after 2 or 3 weight classes? This is the Bud rules, and that's all I'm saying. This is just a bunch of hate when it comes to Bud Clarkson. These guys just hate Bud. They hate perfection, bro.
Hold on. Are you talking about Crawford going up to 168 to fight?
Yeah, I'm talking about Turner when he says that. This is why I'm saying is a hater. Is because no one has asked anybody else in the history and the annals of boxing, when you're going up 2 or 3 weight classes, to go up there and fight the best. He said Floyd did it, and that's an absolute lie. Floyd ain't never done that. That would have been like him going up there and fighting B-Hop when B-Hop was in his prime. Would anybody have expected Floyd to go up there and fight B-Hop or Glady at that time? Or Arthur Benavidez? I mean, come on, bro. Yo, this is crazy, bro. And it has to stop. That's what I'm saying.
Hold on, Terrence. Let me correct a couple things. For number one, when Floyd fought De La Hoya wasn't coming off a loss. He's the champ.
I was just about to go there. De La Hoya was one of the best.
He had lost. I'm saying he had lost 3 times. I'm not saying coming right off a loss, but he had lost 3 times. I'm saying he ain't fought nobody and when they didn't have a 0, when they had a 0.
Also, with Zab, that fight with Zab and Floyd, that was already signed. Zab messed up money by losing this fight.
Correct.
That's why that happened like it did, because that was already signed ahead of time.
He moved right up to fight Zab. Carlos bought him.
I'm not saying this to throw shade at Shane, but he's trying to act like Mayweather did that, and he didn't. If y'all say he did it, who was Morrell that Mayweather went up a few weight classes to fight? Who was the Morrell? He said it was Corrales. How is that Corrales when Corrales fought at 130? What is he talking about?
I think he means
was Ricky Hatton undefeated?
Didn't Floyd move up from 30 to 35 to no. That was at 30.
Okay, that's 5
That was at
pounds. 30.
That was
That's
at 30.
5 pounds like Buck moving up to fight.
No,
Jamel.
the fight
We
was
ain't
at 30.
talking about no 5. We ain't talking about one weight class. He said that that's just like when Mayweather went up and fought the Corrales, and that's a bunch of bull. That's all I'm saying. He didn't do that, and nobody else did it. I don't expect Floyd to do that, but I don't expect anybody to do it. It's only one thing is he's a hater because he's telling Bud to do it. Why? Why are you telling Bud to do that? Why does he have to do that? Because you don't like him.
No.
That's all I'm saying.
No. Hold on.
That's why. He don't want him to fight. He don't want him to fight. He don't want him to fight Canelo. He's not going to push Canelo to fight Bud if he don't fight. Of course, we want to see him fight Benavidez, and of course, we want to see him fight Morrell, but he hasn't done it in all this time. Why all of a sudden Bud get in the picture now? We got to see who comes first. They got to get to. I mean, we weren't saying that before.
But hold on,
that's all I'm saying.
Terrence, the reason why I suggested that he moves up and face someone like Benavidez or Morrell is because number one, there is not a path to force the fight, right? He is not an undisputed or WBO super champion at 160 pounds, so there's no way to force the fight. There is not a lot of pin-up demand for Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez, such that Canelo needs to make that fight. Canelo's going to make his $50 million regardless if he's in the ring with Terence Crawford or any other Joe Blow that they put him in the ring with, right? So then how does Terence Crawford force the fight? Well, he does it in a third way. Because he moves up to 68. Hold up. He moves up to 68 and he beats one of those guys, because if he moves up to 68 and he beats one of those dudes, now the whole stench associated. But hold up. The whole stench, but let me finish. The whole stench of the so I want to see him move up there and get knocked out by Morrell, okay? All I'm
saying, listen, Greg, I agree with everything y'all saying when I say they're next. Benavidez is next, right? I agree with you. Morrell is next. I 100% agree with you. But the dude hasn't fought them yet. So if the third option to me is a Bud Crawford, you should be like, okay, hell yeah, let's get it. Because he ain't fought, that would be the best fight he fought in a long since he fought Mayweather. That's the toughest, I guess no, when he got his ass whooped. But that'll be the third toughest fight he had. So why don't they want that fight? You know why they don't want that fight, Greg? Because they don't want Bud to beat him and his name to get bigger. Because they hate him. That's all I'm saying, Greg. They are haters.
Nobody in this chat other than you.
He's been a hater since I've been on this channel, bro, and he continues to hate. He's in the comments now, probably hating. He's the biggest Bud Crawford hater. That's all I want to point out. But if he's going to come up here, don't come up here ranting. I want you to address what I said. You said that Corrales is his Morrell. I say that's a bunch of bullshit. So you tell me who's the Morrell and who's the Benavidez that Mayweather fought.
But let me say this by Tunnel Vision. He just gave us hold on. He just gave us $10. Thank you, Tunnel Vision. Appreciate your support for the channel. Saying Buck can move up to fight the undisputed champion, but fighting the contender isn't fair. It's asinine. Skills wins. Fights not weight. It's cool until Morrell is brought up. So that's an interesting point there.
I didn't follow. What were you saying? What was you saying?
He's basically saying that you guys are saying that skills pays the bills, but in reality, it doesn't. When Morrell comes up, all of a sudden, it's an issue when you bring up Morrell. And he just gave us one more $10. Appreciate your Tunnel Vision. He's showing us love today. Go do some research. We hear the papers and do better. This is horrible.
Okay, first of all, I don't have any papers on me. Y'all know y'all ain't have any papers. You know, Benavidez would have been up there. Well, B-Hop would have been up there. Come on, bro. Why is he? He's deflecting right now. He's not answering the question. And the question is simple. Who was Floyd Mayweather's? Who did Floyd Mayweather go up 2 or 3 weight classes at the top of their game and fight? You know who it was, Greg? You know who it was, Jason? Nobody, because this man's a hater. He knows no one did, and instead of just admitting that no one has ever done that, and he just wants Bud to do it because he doesn't like Bud and he wants him to lose. Instead of just admit that, Tom. You just want the man to lose. What was he, a Spence fan? And he beat the shit out of Spence. Why do you hate this man?
But hold on. Why do you hate him? Terrence, you have an issue with anybody suggesting that Terence Crawford moves up 3 weight classes to fight David Morrell.
Yes, I do. But y'all know that's not happening. Y'all know that's not happening.
But hold up. But then you try to make an argument for why Terence Crawford should move up 3 weight classes to fight Canelo Alvarez. But then the reason why Floyd, let me finish. You gotta let me talk too. So the reason why Floyd has never moved up 3 weight classes because everybody knows that's insane to do because that's how cats get knocked out. So you can't argue. You cannot argue and say, well, Floyd has never done that, but now you guys are asking Terence Crawford to do that, but then in the same breath say, but I want Terence Crawford to move up 3 weight classes and also fight Canelo. Like, that argument doesn't make sense. Either you're okay with him moving up 3 weight classes and the opponent doesn't matter, or you're not.
No, I'm not. He never said he wanted to fight Morrell. When did he say that? When did he say he wanted to fight Benavidez? Did he call any of those guys out?
No.
Did he call any of those guys out?
He hasn't.
But
that he's not fighting none of those guys.
But that may be his only path to Canelo. But that may be his only path to Canelo. Canelo said, "Hey man, you got to handle one of my guys if you want me."
Well, won't y'all tell Canelo to stop ducking then? He's ducking Bud when he says
no. He's telling Bud, go handle my lightweight, Bud, and then you can get me, the king.
No. He's ducking Bud when he says that. Y'all know that because if he could have fought them, why didn't he fight them yet? He could have been fought Morrell. He could have been fought Benavidez. He didn't want to fight them. So he can't then use them. And you guys can't use them as the reason he's not fighting Bud. Because he ain't done that guy. He don't want to fight. He don't want to fight those guys.
So you're saying that now? Hold on. So he's ducking. So hold on. Let me make sure I understand this. He's ducking Bud. He's ducking Bud by running to say that then he will fight David Benavidez or Morrell. But so then
no.
Hold on. Let me finish. So then they are the weaker links versus Bud, but you don't want Bud to face them. Make it make sense.
No. You said that wrong, Greg. I'm saying the fans. I'm saying people like Tunnel. People like the fans that say that they're next in line. And they ain't never pushed Canelo to fight. They're still buying. Obviously, they're buying Canelo fight, but they shouldn't be buying no Canelo fight until he fight Benavidez.
But that's not. No. Hold on. You gaslighting. I'm not gonna let you get away with that. You gaslight. You said no. Let me finish. You said that Canelo was ducking Crawford. You also said that he's ducking Crawford if he goes to fight these other guys. That's what you said.
I know I'm not saying
that. No, you applied it. You applied it.
I'm not saying that, Greg. I did not say that, Greg. Nope.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, go ahead.
I'm first of all,
so if he
listen, Canelo hasn't said he wants to fight Morrell, and he hasn't said he wants to fight Benavidez. What did he say? He said, "Oh, I don't want to fight Crawford because I don't got nothing to gain."
Hold on. I'm still lost. You said Canelo is ducking Crawford. How is he ducking Crawford?
Yes,
Okay, how? What is he doing to duck Crawford? Because the only thing he could be doing to duck Crawford is to fight those other guys. That's the only thing he could be doing. That's why you. Okay, go ahead.
Listen. Okay, this is how he's ducking Crawford. As we said, everybody wants to see him fight Benavidez or Morrell. Now, if he lines up a fight with them, of course he's not ducking Crawford. But to date, even in his press conference, he's never said I'm fighting Morrell. He's never said I'm fighting Benavidez. Who did he say he's fighting? He says he's fighting Jamel. He fought Jamel, and now he's going to fight Jamal, right? How? and he says he won't fight Bud because he don't got nothing to gain. What did he gain by beating Jamel, and what is he going to gain by beating Jamal? This is where I'm telling you he's ducking, because he knows that Bud is a tougher fight than those two guys. The only tougher fights he has is Morrell and Benavidez. So yes, he's ducking them, and he's now ducking Bud. He's ducking all of the three toughest fights, and I guarantee you, his next fight he won't fight none of them. He'll fight Jamal. He won't fight none of them again. But y'all gonna give him a pass, because then y'all gonna say, "Oh well, Benavidez should be next. Morrell should be next." This is the same thing. But
we
they're gonna say they should be next.
We're gonna be saying that if he goes and fought Maul, we're gonna say he's ducking David Benavidez. That's what we're gonna say. He's ducking the 68-pounder. We don't care about Bud. This is a. For what? Bud's not even that. Is he at 168 pounds? Is he at 168 pounds? Like, this is literally a Terence Crawford fan argument. He's not at 168. So how is he ducking him?
He called him out. Bud called him out.